They did not hear a scream. They did not see a shadow run. No alarm rang. No door slammed. No camera blinked red. At 11:43 p.m., a young blonde woman walked down a hotel corridor carrying a small handbag. The carpet muted her steps. The lights hummed softly above her. She slowed near the end of the hall. She glanced back once. Her fingers tightened around a plastic key card. Then she unlocked the door to room 312. She was never seen again. Not at midnight. Not at dawn. Not by any camera inside the hotel. Not by any camera outside it. Not entering an elevator. Not using the stairs. Not crossing the lobby. Not slipping through a service exit. Not even as a distorted blur. The building swallowed her whole. Police files would later reduce her to a reference number. A missing adult female. Age 21. Hair blonde. Last seen alive at a hotel. But to the people who knew her, she had a name. Lena. Welcome to Crime Escape Chronicles, the channel that handles unsolved mysteries, shocking crimes, hidden truths, real secrets, injustice, real danger. Can you handle what's coming next? Lena was 21 years old. She laughed too loudly when she was nervous. She preferred voice notes to typing. She liked her coffee overly sweet. She had a habit of tying her hair up when anxious, then letting it fall again moments later. She made plans days ahead because she hated uncertainty. She was not running from anyone. She had a return ticket booked, clothes folded for the next morning, messages half written on her phone that were never sent. This was not a disappearance born of choice. This was an interruption. Lena checked into the hotel because it felt safe. Not cheap, not isolated, not hidden. It was the kind of place people chose when they wanted to sleep without thinking. Cameras mounted everywhere. A staff front desk all night. Clean hallways. Predictable routines. Nothing bad was supposed to happen there. The front desk clerk remembered her clearly, not because she stood out, because she did not. She smiled politely. She asked what time breakfast started. She asked if the third floor was quiet. She paid in advance. She carried only a small bag. Security footage shows her entering the elevator alone. The doors slide shut. The numbers climb. The doors open on the third floor. She steps out. The hallway camera catches her walking past framed artwork toward the far end. Her posture is relaxed. Then something changes. As she reaches room 312, she hesitates. Just a second, maybe two. Her shoulders tense. Her head turns slightly as if she sensed movement behind her or something she could not explain. Then she enters. That frame is the last confirmed image of Lena alive. Inside room 312, there was no chaos. No overturned furniture. No drawers ripped open. No broken glass. The bed was disturbed slightly as if someone had sat down. The bathroom sink was dry. Towels folded neatly. Her shoes stood a line near the wall. Her jacket rested on the chair. Her wallet lay on the desk. Cash untouched. Her phone was gone. Housekeeping arrived late the next morning. They knocked once. No answer. They knocked again. Silence. Management unlocked the door, expecting a late sleeper. What they found instead was absence. The room felt staged. Too orderly. Too quiet. as if someone had removed only one thing from the scene. Police arrived within minutes. Officers photographed everything. They touched nothing. They asked the same question repeatedly. Where is she? The first assumption was simple. Lena stepped out early. Maybe for food. Maybe for air. Maybe to meet someone. Maybe she would return. That theory collapsed quickly. Every camera was reviewed. Every exit examined. Elevator footage showed no trace of her leaving. Stairwells were empty. Lobby cameras recorded nothing. Service corridors revealed no movement. The loading dock showed no unusual activity. She did not leave. Investigators rewound footage again. Slower this time. Frame by frame. They watched the hallway outside room 312 for hours recording. Nothing moved. No door opened. No shadow passed. No light shifted. One officer finally voiced a thought everyone was avoiding. If Lena never left the floor, where did she go? The hotel was searched top to bottom. Storage rooms, maintenance closets, laundry areas, trash compactors, ceiling panels, crawl spaces. Nothing. Search teams moved outside, nearby streets, parking lots, adjacent buildings. No sightings, no witnesses. Her phone never connected to another tower. Her bank cards were never used. Her social media froze at the same hour she entered the room. Her family arrived the next day. Lena's mother walked into room 312 slowly. She stopped at the doorway. She said the air felt wrong. She touched the jacket on the chair. She picked it up, pressed it to her face, then asked why her daughter would leave without her phone. No one answered. Witness statements brought fragments. A guest 2 doors down reported hearing a low sound around 2 a.m. Not a scream, more like air being forced out of lungs. Another guest remembered the hallway lights flickering briefly. A night staff member admitted using a master key for routine checks. The access log told a different story. At 12:16 a.m., a master key activated room 312. The door opened. The door closed. The access lasted 90 seconds. The staff member said he knocked. He said there was no response. He said he left almost immediately. The log disagreed. Investigators examined the door lock. No damage. No forced entry. The key card system worked exactly as designed. Someone opened that door. Someone closed it. The hallway camera showed nothing. Engineers were called in. They mapped every camera angle, every blind spot, every second of coverage. They measured distances. They recreated movements. There was no gap large enough for a human body to pass unseen. This was not a malfunction. This was a collapse of logic. Friends described Lena as careful. She did not take risks with strangers. She did not disappear without telling someone. She was planning her next week. She had reminders set. She had obligations waiting. She had a future. Investigators began to speak quietly. Inside involvement, abusive access, knowledge of camera limitations, movement through spaces not meant for guests. They pulled building blueprints, inspected service elevators reserved for staff, trace ventilation shafts. None were large enough. None explained the silence. The hotel reopened room 312 3 days later. That decision erased more than evidence. New guests slept in the bed. Fresh sheets replaced the old ones. The jacket was removed. The shoes were gone. Normal life returned. Normal destroys memory. Weeks passed. Then months. The case slowed. Media interest faded because there was nothing to show. No footage. No suspect. No body. Her family never stopped asking, how does a person vanish inside a locked, monitored building? Years later, the file remains open, thick with theories, thin with answers. No arrest, no confession, no remains. The most disturbing possibility is not complexity. It is simplicity. Someone understood the system better than the system understood itself. Cameras watched everything except the moment that mattered. Logs recorded access without truth. Procedures created comfort, not safety. Lena trusted that illusion. Room 312 still exists. The hallway looks unchanged. The camera still blinks. Guests still walk past believing they are protected because they are seen. Lena believed that too. The night took her without noise. The building did not react. The footage stayed silent. They still ask where Lena went. Her mother calls it a stop life. The hotel calls an incident. The cameras call it nothing. If a person can disappear from a sealed room without leaving a trace, safety is a performance. The question still lingers in that corridor. When the door closed behind her, was she already gone? If it happened once, how many times did no one notice? The cameras are still watching. Just not for you.